I won't do the clap this time, Mike. So, hello everyone, and welcome back to Black Cats TV with me and Mike. That way. Am I right?
Yeah, on my screen you are.
Yes, I'm getting there, guys. I've got this in the bag. So, yes, hello, welcome. We're back talking all things Sunderland and Norwich for the weekend game, 3 o'clock. Mike,
Let's be having you.
Let's be having you.
Had to be said.
You know when you forget about that moment, then every now and again you're just reminded of it and you cringe, even though it isn't your team.
I know.
Like, you just sit there going, oh, God. Can you just imagine if, like, what do you call him, like Nedvin, when he was in charge of us, came out and did that for like that Bradford game where we had a big record attendance, and it was right, it makes me sick. Anyway, so throw you straight in at the deep end. What are you thinking for the Norwich game?
Thinking we're going to smash them.
It's at home, isn't it? I assume. Is it at home? Or?
You assume? Yes, it's at home. So it's weird one, Norwich, because it's not a team I think of. Like, it's not like when you talk about like difficult teams in the Championship, you think of Burnley, you think of Leeds, Sheffield United on form and stuff like that. And you don't really think of Norwich like that, the 12th. But interestingly, what I saw was in 21 games of the Championship, they've seen 3.24 goals scored on average.
Yeah, they certainly know where the net is, or rather one of their players does, in that Borgia signs with 15 goals already this season.
Yeah, which dwarfs our strikers.
Isaac's a third of that at 5. He's our top scorer.
But should we be worried about that? Because, I mean, I rate our defence. I really do. I think our defence is the best it's been for a long time. Yeah,
definitely. We don't concede many, so this will be a proper test, because this is a team that clearly scores many. It'll certainly be a test for them on that one. But even when we win games, apart from Sheffield Wednesday and Portsmouth at the start of the season, we weren't blitzing teams out of it. It's 1 or 2 goal margins every time.
Yeah.
You know, if we are winning, and even if we're getting beat, we're only getting beat by the 1 goal. You know, it's never even if we conceded 3 at Plymouth, we still scored 2. Even though Watford scored 2, we scored 1. Sheffield United, annoyingly, we missed that penalty. So Roberts has a minus point again his goal tally this season. But are you going to go for your big score? I know you like a big score when you're predicting.
Are we doing predictions already?
No. I'm just asking you on that one. Do you think we're going to see goals, really, based on one of the best defences versus one of the best scoring sides?
Yeah, because I mean, I don't rate their defense as much, so I think we could see goals, but not necessarily by Norwich. I think it's going to be a high scoring one for us. Difficult though, because we're injury plagued at the moment. I mean, and that's my biggest concern. We've winning the last one the way we did as well, coming back from 2-0 down, with the team we've got and with the injuries we've got. I don't think anything's stopping us this season. I know we've had that run of draws. I know we've had that loss. I might sound ridiculously optimistic, and somebody's going to point it out in the comments. I have no doubt. But I just don't think I think we're unstoppable. And as these injuries start to come back.
Well, speaking of ridiculously optimistic, everyone watching this should like this video right now and make sure that you are subscribed to this channel. You know, we try and put out as many videos as we can. Very busy people, of course. You know, I won't make the same reference I did in the last video. You can go and watch it. I made it twice in the last video. But
since the last video, I'm a dad of 6 and he's a dad of 3.
Exactly. You know, we're popping up all over the place. But no, we're trying to just grow as quickly as we can, of course. I think we're
families, that is.
Yeah, families and subscribers as well. But both, actually. Why not?
If we have enough kids, we could get 1,000 subscribers.
Exactly, yeah. But no, I don't really know what to make of this game. I'm a bit like...
It's a difficult one, isn't it?
We've had 3 games where we've been behind in every one of them, and we've come back to win in 2 and draw, almost win it in a third one. I don't want to fall behind again, but it seems like that's doing us grand at the moment. It seems to wake us up.
But I mean, we're probably playing them at a good time because they lost 3-0 to QPR.
Yeah.
And we held our own against QPR.
With 10 men.
Exactly. 0-0 draw with Pompey.
Yep.
And then lost to Burnley. And we did a job with Burnley as well. So
with 10 men.
They're on the end of a bad streak. We're on the end of a good streak. And I know all the omens you wish you hadn't said when the final score comes in. But I feel like for a team that's banging 3.24 goals in a game, it's a good time to play them. Let's bear in mind, 6 of them goals were against Plymouth. Just throw that out there.
I was just about to say, in their last 3 games, they've scored 1. But in their 3 games prior to that, they scored 12.
Yeah, swings and roundabouts, I think we call that.
Yeah, definitely. I think they got a 2-2 draw with West Brom. Like you said, they beat Plymouth 6-1, and they beat Luton 4-2. So, but the only time they've kept a clean sheet is 1 in 6, and that was against Portsmouth. They don't tend to keep clean sheets either when we're looking at their record. 2 against Burnley, 3 against QPR, 2 against Luton, 1 against Plymouth, 2 against West Brom. So they can be got at, is what I'm trying to say from looking at their record, of course. And I know we've been behind in the last 4 games. We've conceded in 5 of them as well, 5 of our last 6 as well. But like you mentioned, we're very injury plagued. We've had a lot of defensive reshuffles. Of course, I wouldn't say bare bones with them, but you had 09 missing and Ballard came back in. You've had Elise on, but then Sirkin was out.
That's the hardest decision, I think. Obviously, midfield is sorting itself out because half of them have, pulled a muscle, broke a leg or something. So Labrie doesn't even have to say who's on the team sheet, right? They know who's playing because it's the ones that are still alive.
Yeah.
Defense.
Job and Rigger, you ain't dropping us, and probably Neil as well because Brown isn't anywhere near fit.
Who's your back 4 though?
What if I could pick any?
But with who's available now, because 09's back now, Sturkin's back, Elise's been all right.
I would probably go
Ballard and Meppen.
Yeah, Meppen has to play. I think he's one of the best, if not the best defender in the division, easily. Yes. Hume has to play. Sirkin, I think, has to play. He gives us a good option going forward. He had a bit of a dodgy one not a dodgy one. He just wasn't his usual attacking-minded self.
Yeah, which worries me because we've got a good track record of that player looks amazing. He's got a dead leg and now he looks terrible.
Well, someone was saying, is he still feeling his wrist that he's playing with that cast on? I know he doesn't have to, but he's still got to push into people. If he's hitting the deck, his hands are going down. So if he's
going to be psychologically cautious, right?
He's going to be wary of it. So is he playing a bit differently? But for what he gives us, I don't really want to drop him either. And Ballard scored, but then the other point was, you see that one against Swansea where they nearly scored, where he ran out of defence and just got tackled and just let them straight back in. Yeah. You don't see 09 doing that, and you don't see Meppen doing that. I think if it was a more tactical game, I think it'd be better for 09. If it's just them going gung-ho, I think Ballard's good at getting into people and trying to disrupt their style of play.
High-scoring Norwich. 5 good options for defence. Do you play 5 at the back instead?
No, I don't think we change formation for it. Our formation is done as all right. Our formation is the weakest up front.
I want to change formation. It's getting bored.
The one time we had a good formation, that Millwall game, we actually had 2 up top for 60 minutes and then we took it off.
No, it's just difficult because it's got to be hard for Labrie as far as I'm concerned, because Ballard, for me, again, would seem the obvious one to drop. I don't think he works as well with Meppen as well as 09 and Ballard or 09 and Meppen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He'd be the obvious one to drop, but can you imagine that as Ballard? I scored in the last game. I got us back into a game that we were losing, and now you're dropping me, boss.
Yeah, and he's only just come back as well, and he scores for Northern Ireland. He's at Northern Ireland International. Meppen has been a Wales international, but I don't think he is currently. Yeah, it's a harsh one. And that's where I think 09 is probably the easier one to drop. Not because he should be, because his attitude is right, that he will just go, yeah, fair enough, whatever's good for the team. You know, until he starts being like, if he's out for a year, then he's probably, actually, it's time. But I do think Onan's been one of our best defenders anyway, for someone who isn't meant to be a defender.
Can I make another shock decision?
Yes.
This is where they're all raising up the
sealed.
Raising up the banners of Chapel out when I'm managing. Isidore starting on the bench.
For who?
Connolly. Give him a start.
On top on his own.
Yeah, maybe if you have to. I mean, I prefer them both as a 2, but I think Isidore has. I don't know. Something needs to change. He looked really good, and now he's not quite finishing. He's not quite.
He's definitely getting isolated, isn't he? In some way, and he's not quite. Yeah, there was a chance against Bristol where I'm sure it was almost identical to the Oxford one. The Oxford one where he volleyed it in. That almost happened, but he took a touch and tried to place it down and then took a shot. And it was a bit like, hang on, 3 weeks ago, you were volleying that into the far corner and you didn't even bother attempting it this time. Like, yeah,
I think you've got Mayenda and Roberts. Roberts suddenly knows where the net is. Mayenda's brilliant, right? They're on your wings. Start him Connolly up front. Isidore on the bench, give him a psychological break. I don't care if it's 45 minutes, 60 minutes, whatever it is. Give Connolly his shot. After getting a goal as well, give him his shot. This is your shot. Start. That just for me. I mean, people rip me to shit for that, I'm sure. And you know I'm Isidore's biggest fan, so it's not a favoritism thing.
I think I'd rather see Isidore in a 2, but I don't think we drop him. I just don't think
He won't do it.
No, he won't do it too. Especially because you're not dropping one of those midfielders.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The only way you could do it, a 2.
You got 3 at the back.
Would be 4-4-2, but losing your wings and doing a 4-4-2 diamond style formation where you've got 4 in the centre, 1 attacking midfield, 1 defensive midfield, and 2 in the centre. But you lose your wings. You completely lose that wing player, but they just kind of move over as a body.
You do 3-5-2, and then you put like Sirkin as one wing back and Hume as the other one, or Roberts actually, and you drop Hume.
No, you can't drop Hume.
But
Maniac.
You put Meppen, Ballard, and 09 as your back 3, and then they slot in when
yeah, but I mean that'd be a brilliant team. I think that defense would be absolutely solid. That's the kind of team I would like to see line up, because didn't we go like 5 at the back like that when we played Leeds under Dodds and it worked?
Yeah, it did. Yeah, and West Brom I think as well. We've won that one. Just going back to, I think you said just before, something like we've lost 2 in 7 against Norwich. Is that right?
Yeah, we've only lost 2 of the last 7 meetings, but
yeah.
The 2 were quite recent, I think.
Yeah, we lost in March of last year at their place. I think we lost 1-0, but we beat them in October 3-1 at home. We beat them 1-0 away in March the year before, but they beat us 1-0 in August 2022 when we first got back into the Championship. They won 1-0 at our place. Josh Sargent scored for them.
Yeah.
I remember that one thinking, God, we played really well here and we didn't win this game. But I remember at the moment thinking, oh, we're going to be fine in this division. Like, it was one of those, like, you're back in it. Are we going to be down the bottom? And I went, oh, no, we'll be all right. We played them off the park and they won 1-0. Like, we'll be all right. Just little weird memories of that one. So, go on then. What's your score prediction for the game that's bound to be goals? Let's be having your prediction.
Let's be having you till my dream the night before. I'll give you another prediction on the morning of the live stream. Yeah. I'm gonna say it's gonna go against the mold of how we've been playing, how Norwich has been playing. I'm gonna go 2-0 clean sheet, Sunderland.
Very good. I mean, I'd like to see it.
It's gonna happen.
Go 2-1. I do think they score. They love a goal. Maybe not the last 3, but they do love a goal. And I think we probably go behind again, and then we come back and win it, just to keep it up with 4 games in a row. Yeah.
Well, get your predictions in below.
I don't know if that's the same ones we've done on thing, because on Fan TV you said it was going to be 4-2, and I said it was going to be 2-1. So I've kept the same one at least.
Yeah, well, I don't put as much thought in on Fan TV because I've already written off that league.
Well, Jacob's.
I'm playing for pride. I'm playing for pride of our own channel here.
Jacob's in free fall because he keeps not submitting a score.
But yeah,
right.
So
make sure you get your predictions in as well. We want to see them on the in the comments, also on the live stream as well. Mike tends to highlight all the ones who've got one and give you a good shout out at the end for winning. Who knows, maybe in future you might win some prizes if we've got some good stuff, but only when we've got over 1,000 subscribers. So get subscribed now.
I've got an extra large
to give away.
third kit here, the lovely pajama blue, waiting for that 1,000 subscriber mark.
So as soon as we get that, Mike will personally drive it round to your house. Probably walk, knowing Mike actually loves a walk.
Cycle's the next one. Cycling the next one.
Cycle's the next one. So, do you want to say your goodbyes to everybody?
Yes, thank you everyone again for tuning in. The millions of people from around the world. Don't forget, you will no longer find me doing live streams on SAFC Fan TV, but you'll find me right here. So make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notification so you don't miss out.
Lovely stuff. I like it. You almost took all the words right out of my mouth, apart from I echo exactly what he said. I was nearly pointing the wrong way. Don't do that way. It feels like it should be there, but it's not.
A little arrow on your screen.
No, I'm going to have to go, Mike is this way, and sort of have a little thing on my desk and do it there. But thank you all for watching. Again, make sure you like and subscribe. Share it, steal people's phones, subscribe on their phone, and then give it them back. All that good stuff. Steal it if you want to keep it and subscribe. That's fine. Just keep your account logged in. So you're subscribed.
No, we don't. We don't condone that in any way, shape, or form.
The theft part, no, but subscribing to our channel, yes. So, well, thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you when we've got our next video on Saturday for Mike's live stream. So, take care, everyone, and see you later.
Goodbye.